Hi everyone. As you know, I've been working with Vishal on the journey for 3 months now. As in overall, it's been since last year in April, and this journey has absolutely helped me, and I just can't thank Vishal enough for it. I will go with the benefits that it's provided me, and you, I will I, in all honesty, can't say how much it has helped me in my whole uh, life at this point in time. So, firstly, it has just made me more mindful of how I think. I don't react to things on the spur of the moment, which means just I take the time to think about things, try not to get angry, and just, work with what I've got. The second most important thing that really happened, and it happened in during my holiday last week, and that was just crazy. I was in physical pain. I had physical pain in my jaw, in my throat, in my lower back, in my hamstring, my knees. And for a badminton player, you can imagine all that pain I go through every single day. But all of that pain has now subsided, and that's just brilliant. The other thing, for those who really, really know me, know how much I love my biscuits. I could end up eating almost 30 biscuits a day. Yes, I can. But yeah, I now will go through the day, think about it. Sometimes I'll have time to eat one or two, and other days I can actually go without biscuits, which is just brilliant. And the last bit, the absolute last bit was um, I used to not be able to say no to anyone if they ask for favors, if they ask for things, um, whether I had time, no time, I would think about them and always say yes to everything, only to please them. Uh, but this was making me suffer because obviously I was not doing things for myself which were needed to be done. And the other thing was I was very undecisive. But again, this is a very big surprise for quite a few of you. But yes, I was very undecisive about certain things in my life, especially like my career, um, even simple things like, um, you know, shopping. I don't like shopping much, but even when I went, it's like always a trick question: should I buy this or should I buy this? I like everything, but what can I buy? I would be able to easily buy stuff for everyone else, not a problem at all. But when it came to myself, it was always a big, big issue. So those are the benefits that have just happened over the last, you know, year since I started working with Michelle. And that's my journey.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nina, for sharing that. And would you like to share like how the session was in terms of maybe not maybe specifics, but just like an idea of how
Yes,
for
so
example.
the reason I began this journey was so there was a session of Vishal on the Oshro Connect website regarding a meditation. Um, it was just coincidence that I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw the meditation. I thought, yeah, I must log in. I'll just do the meditation. I did the meditation, and on that day, one of my cousins was also one of the speakers, and something just clicked, and I just thought, yes, for some reason, I just had to connect with Vishal. So I sent him a message on Messenger, and I just said, "Hi, Vishal. Hope all well." And yeah, the journey began. And then we did a discovery call, and that's where we found out, certain things that were affecting me. So there was a block in my heart, mainly because I had issues with my relationships. and had other issues as well. So, for example, when I talk about the pain in my throat, or the pain in my jaw. So the pain in my jaw had happened with an accident for over 25 years ago. And after the session, with one of the energies being released, I my jaw was actually aligned, and after 25 years, I can say I can, you know, um, laugh and talk a bit louder without having any pain in my jaw. So the sessions have always been interesting with Vishal, and he will vouch to it that I've been his most interesting client. But I can't go into specifics of those, unfortunately or fortunately. Um, but my biggest one was a nightmare that I used to have. I didn't have it before. I only had it about 5 years ago. I didn't know what it related to. All the nightmare was literally I would find myself drowning in water. I'd kind of come up for air, and I just couldn't, and I would shout out to my dad, please help, please help. But every time I'm trying to talk, there's just no sound coming out of my throat because of pain and other issues. It went on for years. I would, really sweat at night, wake up with a sweat, didn't know what or why it was. Anyway, so when that first discovery call happened with Vishal, again, because there's so many issues, there's like, oh, should we work with the sacral? Should we work with the relationships? So heart, or what do we work with? And in the end, Vishal made the decision for me. So you can see I was very indecisive at that point as well. So he said, the way you approach me, he said, let's work on the heart and we'll take it from there. So I will go into a little bit of a specific in that. The nightmare has now gone. And the reason for that was basically one of my aunts had passed away at a young age. And when she was young, apparently she had drowned. So her kind of energies had attached to me. She was not there to make any, issues for me, but something just was there. So anyway, by working with Vishal, we managed to give her peace, and my heart chakra opened up. And since after that 21-day journey, lots of things, went through. I didn't have time. I had so many things happening. During the day, I'm doing accountancy. During the evening, I'm coaching, but one thing did happen. On the first day of my 21-day journey with Vishal, we went through the meditation. And after that day, I have not stopped meditating. I meditate every single day without failure, first thing in the morning after my shower. And that has really, really helped me. And after that, I introduced my sister, and she got on this journey as well. And my journey kind of went on hold because I just didn't have time. But in May and June, I worked on the remaining chakras, and we discovered a lot more things again, which I cannot reveal to the public as such, but it's just been an amazing journey, and I wouldn't be here. Or I wouldn't have made my 15-hour journey from Atlanta to New Jersey last week. Let's put it that way. So if you're still thinking about this, if you still have doubts, you can message me privately. I will talk you through the whole process. And please work with Vishal, and I'm sure he will sort you out. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Neena, for sharing that. I remember that call to me, or that message to me. You were wanting to make that journey to Atlanta, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain." my lower back is paining. You couldn't sleep at night. You had to wake up at 3 o'clock in the middle of the night and take some paracetamols, and you were like, "Am I ever going to make this journey?" Right? And
True.
then I think it was a Sunday as well, and I was like,
No, it was the first time I talked to you, we said Wednesday, and then we worked a little bit on Wednesday, and then we had to rework on Thursday because of
it
other
was a,
issues happened.
it was a Thursday, was it? Yeah, so
Yeah,
Thursday,
Thursday.
and I'd already had because I don't do more than one session a day, right?
Yeah,
And I'd already done a session, and I was like having my nice cup of tea and not thinking that anything's gonna happen. And here comes Nina's message, and like, oh my God, I'm so much in pain. I said, okay, fine, let's arrange a time in the evening because it's obviously early there. So we arranged a time in the evening and took her through the whole process. And by the end of it, the back pain went. And I myself was so relieved because when somebody's there and you've worked with them and if they're in pain, I thought I had to do this because otherwise I can't sleep. you
yeah,
know so yeah, I'm glad we were able to take care of that. And then like you said, uh, I can tell this, Nina is I can say probably the person who's made me scared the most. I've never been this frightful working with someone, but I must say that I too have learned so much from these experiences that we've had together. I mean, um, that first one that you described was just a pinch of salt compared to what we experienced after.